To some Kentuckians, the Red River Gorge is a resource not being marketed to its potential. To others, it's already being loved to death. Some people who live there fear more development could wipe out the region's tranquility.
Bodie Brooks joins us from Slade with more on one group's efforts to keep growth in check.
The group Red River Gorge United has been opposed to the development ever since its conception in 2019, calling it Gatlinburg-like. They believe it will lead to an overdevelopment of the area, and they've launched a fundraiser in the hopes of sizing it down or putting a stop to it altogether.
Basically, of people that live and work and have businesses in that area, who are worried and concerned about this resort.
891 acres in the quiet community of Slade could become the site of a future resort development.
We are ultimately opposed to the hyper-concentrated, large-scale nature of this. 5-floor, $300 a night, 2 restaurants, corporate distillery. It's a very large amount of things all in one area.
Dan Shields of Red River Gorge United explained their concern, saying not only would there be a big impact on the infrastructure of the area, but also safety issues.
People that are inexperienced with, being out in nature, inexperienced with, the dangers of a place like the Red River Gorge, inexperienced with, leave no trace principles, and that are more likely to, either damage the environment, hurt themselves, or, just, cause irreparable damage without really even realizing it.
Shields says their $60,000 fundraising goal will go toward exploring legal options and an environmental impact study. In a statement, Red River Gorge Economic Development, which controls the site, says there is a lot of support for a nature-oriented destination resort in Powell County, and they will continue to work for a high-quality resort that will create hundreds of jobs for the local community and eastern Kentucky and generate millions of dollars in the local economy. Shields says in principle they're not opposed to that, but it has to be done right.
Be able to make sure that if the area grows, that it grows in a way that does not, harm the nature of the area, that it doesn't outprice locals, it doesn't drive property taxes up.
Red River Gorge United has launched a website to collect donations towards their $60,000 goal. I'll have a link included in this story on fox56news.com. In Powell County, I'm Bodie Brooks, Fox 56 News.